Hey, what's up, family? It's your girl Kira back with another episode. I hope you all are having a beautiful day. In today's episode, we'll be talking about the subconscious mind and the importance of it and how to use it to work in your favor. In the last video, we talked about going within yourself, spending time with yourself, getting to know yourself. And today we're going to dig into the subconscious mind and how it is very, very important and how to use it to your advantage. So the subconscious mind, 95% of our lives is governed by the subconscious mind. From birth, we're programmed from our parents, from media, from our friends, from our surroundings, the functions of our subconscious mind. What I mean by that is, say for instance, your subconscious mind, you don't have to think to do most of the things you do on a day-to-day basis. So for instance, for me to get up and walk from here to another room, I have to only think about walking into, or that's something that I want to do. I want to go into the next room, but I don't have to think about how to walk to get there. Most of your job functions, once you learn them, it really doesn't require you to think to do most of the job function that you do. Think about when you learn how to drive. Most of us, when we drive and we're not really behind the wheel, mentally, physically, we're there, especially if it's somewhere that you go to every day. So you drive into the same route every day. 9 out of 10, your mind was everywhere. It wasn't on the road. That's why it wasn't on the road. Some of y'all be in y'all phone, but your mind wasn't on the road. But you still got there. You were switching lanes. You got off on the right exit. You stopped when you needed to stop. Your subconscious was basically driving the car for you because it's embedded in your subconscious. Walking, riding a bicycle. Once you learn how to ride a bicycle, I hadn't rode a bicycle in at least 15 years or so. And I got on one, and it's not like I had, okay, so I get on like this, I pedal. I didn't have to think of how to do it because it's already in my subconscious. It's already built in my subconscious system. When you go out in nature, everything, if you pay attention, just go out, which you should be doing at least an hour every day, getting out in nature. Everything is running. Everything already runs. We're all interconnected. The animals, the trees, everything runs to a point to this video subconsciously. So if your body can pick up these functions and do them essentially forever, unless you have like some sort of accident that you have to relearn to walk or something of that sort. But essentially most of these functions that you learn, you don't have to relearn them. Your heart's gonna beat, the blood is gonna flow through your body as it should, unless you have any health issues or something like that. But essentially everything runs automatic. So if you think about what your subconscious can do as far as storing all of these functions that just function naturally, you also have to factor in the thoughts that your mind accumulates in the same way. So everything that you hear, everything that you see, all of these things are subconsciously going into your system, whether or not you are aware of it or not. So for all of the trauma that you experience, when you're getting up looking at the news every day, when you're getting up on Facebook and IG and all these social media sites every day, you're intaking all of that information from the music, from the shows that you watch on TV. All of that is being collected in your subconscious. So you ever been around a friend or somebody and they get to singing a song, it could be a song that you don't even know. And then next week, you might just be walking around and you can't get the song out your head, or you singing the song or the melody of the song. You don't even know the song. You just know that the person, somebody you was around was singing the song. It's because your subconscious mind picked up on that information. So imagine the power in that. All of the things that has been subconsciously drilled into your mind purposely, for good and for bad. So when you think about everything is ran off of, everything is programming. So even down to if you're a salesperson or you ever been in sales. So for example, if you flip houses, you normally send out these little mailers or whatever to the client or the customer. And right then when you say, okay, we want to buy your house, you don't need them to buy your house, so you ignoring the letters. But if a situation arises, which is what that person who is flipping the homes is betting on, that a situation that they can solve, which would include, buying your house, you're already subconsciously aware of that company or that person that's trying to buy it. So even with Facebook ads, I mean, what do you think the purpose of ads is? When you're selling something, you looking for the no's. You know the no is going to come, but it's just a matter of how many no's you're going to get to that yes. And it's also, I'm going to show you this. So when you need it, you're going to think of me. Like when y'all hear, when you get in an accident, you done heard the 411 pain, commercial so much, a lot of people subconsciously they're gonna really call it because they've heard it so much. So that in itself says a lot about the subconscious and how it works. Usually a company is gonna show you at least 6 or 7 times. They know that it's going to take at least 6 or 7 times to familiarize you with what they're selling, or familiarizing you with their name, so that if if the need occurs, I'm going to call them. Okay, the same way with the media and the way that the world works. It's programming. If I get them to believe, this, or if I show them this enough, this is the state of mind that they'll be in. If you're not aware of it, a lot of people are there because consciously they're not aware. That's why I said, going back, and you should, if you haven't, go back and watch the other video. Take time to yourself to figure out if your thoughts are really yours, or is it something that has been programmed. A lot of y'all, I mean, at one point in my life, you waking up and it's Groundhog Day every day. Every day you wake the same shit, different day. And that's because subconsciously you have all of this stuff programmed that you weren't conscious of it being there. Being conscious is everything, because we all know that our thoughts create our reality. So if you believe that your thoughts create your reality, you have to be aware of what you're thinking. And then you have to go even a step further to really figure out, is it your ego or your subconscious that has been programmed with this information, or is it really you? Is it really you? The way that you can reprogram or begin to reprogram is, for one, again, take time to yourself. I cannot stress that enough. Take time to yourself. Is very, very important. If you want to change your life, take time to yourself. That's the first step. So how do I change? Okay, Kira, how I change my subconscious mind? How do I do this? How do I work on this? Because, we think like thousands of thoughts, like tens of thousands of thoughts per minute. And the majority of them are negative. But look at your surroundings. It's negativity for the most part, that's being spewed out, which collectively, because it's being spewed out, that's why we're all experiencing what we're experiencing in front of us, as far as the collective of the way that this world is being ran, is because collectively we kind of on one accord. Because when something come out on Instagram or Facebook, next thing you know, we all talking alike. Everybody want to do the same challenge. It's programming. It's all programming. But to turn that around is to first become aware that of your surroundings, of what's going on up here in your mind, your feeling. All of that is important to take heed to and get to know. But to reprogram it, it takes time, and it's a never-ending journey. I still do it. But when you're going to sleep at night, a lot of us like to go to sleep at night and leave the TV on. So if you watching the Mob movie, you watching Scarface, one of my favorite movies, you watching Scarface, or you watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, or you watching whatever it is you watching, all of that is going into because when you're asleep, when you first wake up in your sleep, the brain waves or the state that you're in, that's when you pick up the most. That's why it's great for you to pray and meditate in the morning and at night, because the theta wave state that your brain goes into, which is your subconscious, it goes into, which is the connection to the divine. Go back and watch my last video. But when you're collecting all of this information in your sleep. So when you're going to sleep, you want to cut that off. You want to journal. You want to listen to subliminals, which is usually a recording over 432 hertz music, or there is different ones in different hertz music that you can listen to raise your vibration, but to also embed new thoughts, new beliefs. You can also write out what you want in affirmation. I am rich. I am wealthy. I am healthy. You can write these things down and you can recite them in the morning or in the evening as well. But the best way is to find recordings. They have them all over YouTube, where you can put on your headphones. Jake Ducey is one of the people. He has a free one. It's short. You can listen to it. Put your headphones on and just listen to it, and let your mind start to absorb these new belief systems. A lot of us have negative beliefs behind relationships, friendships, money. We were taught that money was evil. You had to be a certain something to have it. So we say, I want this. I want to win the lottery. But subconsciously, you don't believe that shit, because you've been programmed not to believe it. Most of us, especially black folk, most of us came from nothing. We lived in the hood. Some of us, your mama grew up on hood, had her kids as a teenager. You became a teenager. You had your baby. They on hood. And it goes on, and it's not just. It is a cycle, but it's because it's subconsciously what you've been taught. It's been embedded in you for your life to be this way. It's been embedded in you for you to be broke. Y'all around here calling y'all kids y'all broke best friends. See, DJ Khaled, y'all, he could be aggravating, but when he talk, I love you, boy, you're an icon, you're this, you're that. He's programming his sons to be in a certain mind state, to believe a certain thing about themselves. Y'all call y'all kids ugly, you bad, all that shit, you cursing and putting on your child and putting in their mind subconsciously. But, you not doing it consciously, because, a lot of us aren't aware of the effects that it has, but it does. And so for me, one of my awareness is I wasn't too deep into the subconscious and how it worked, but I started watching the news like at least 10 years ago. I stopped watching it. I'll log on a little bit when I want to go to a specific thing, but I don't watch news. I used to get up while I'm getting ready to go to work and cut the news on. And then, of course, when you come home, you cut the TV on. That's what's on there, too, you know, when you come home. But I noticed that it would just completely change my mood. You know, we go through a breakup and we cut on the saddest whatever song to build on these emotions, and then we wonder why we keep attracting the same thing over and over again, even though in your mind you want better, but subconsciously you don't believe you can have better. Subconsciously these niggas ain't shit and these hoes for the streets. And then you log on, and that's all up and down your timeline, depending on who you following. These niggas ain't shit and hoes for the streets. So, of course, that's what you attracting, because deep down, that's what you believe. So, you know, everything that you are, anything that you go after, you gonna find it. Seek and you shall find. You gonna find it eventually, if you're looking for it. So just be mindful, one, of, you know, I personally, I think my friends I hope they understand. I think y'all understand. But I go missing. I go quiet. I'm always there when I'm needed to be, if I'm called upon. But I go quiet. I go missing. I do that because I have to stay. I know that I don't control anything but my choices. None of us control anything but our choices. And a lot of our choices, whether we want to be aware of it or not, are influenced by the outside, not us. So it's very important to become aware. That's the very first step in going anywhere. It's the very first step of being, on this awakening journey. But really for everybody, once you get that, once you understand, if you're to a point of belief of, my thoughts create my reality, my surroundings create my reality, you have to consciously start living that. You have to consciously start being aware and move that way. I pretty much probably have always been like a person that would veer off to myself, but I do it much more often now, and I do it purposely because I'm aware that the influence that the outside can have on me and my mind and where I'm trying to go. And so because I know that I'm creating my own reality from within, what's within shows without, it creates your surroundings, it creates your financial situation, it creates your relationships, the people that you have around you, and this, that, and the third. But I go missing. I do work on myself. I'm constantly checking myself to make sure I'm on point with where I'm trying to go. But I just want to encourage you guys, again, to go within, become aware of your surroundings. But start working. Once you become aware of your thoughts and where they at, start becoming conscious. Like, I don't all that, this nigga, hotel, everybody. I love Jasmine. She got a beautiful voice and all that. But I don't know, a lot of stuff that used to interest me, especially if it's something that's low vibrational, it's unattractive. I'm not attracted to it anymore. And it has completely changed my outlook on life itself, but it has also brought about and is bringing about so many new things, like opportunities and just peace, just a sense of peace, because I try to intake as much positivity, or as much as what I want my life to look like. I try to intake that. I try to, my timeline, I follow people that inspire me. When I'm on, I may go on and scroll through it, real quick and get off, usually for the most part. But yes, get with yourself, write down your thoughts, keep track of them, write out a plan for your life. But in order to get to where you want to go, you will have to deal with deprogramming all the bullshit that done been programmed since birth in you. And, you know, our parents weren't right with everything that they taught us. Our grandparents, you know, all, you know, and on top of that too, the whole dynamic, everything is changing right before our eyes. A lot of stuff has changed and it's still changing. So, you know, the main thing is to become aware and then make a plan as far as where you want to go, but subliminally, what do I want to use? Subliminally reprogramming. You know, like I said, find these recordings. You can look it up, do a search on YouTube, reprogramming the subconscious mind. You'll find plenty of information in different videos and different things. A lot of people have free links and they've made free recordings that will help you. It's just, it's essentially a lot of positive affirmations around different things, different areas you want to grow in your life. But again, if you don't take the time out, you won't even know, like you're on autopilot. It's Groundhog Day every day. You know, your bank account won't grow. You won't find the love that you're looking for. Healthy relationships, friendships, because you still carrying around all of this stuff that has been embedded in you. You know, people don't fuck with you for real. You know, this person hating on me. Them people don't be studying you, but in your mind, you feel like, you know, the world against you. And even if that was true, you know, which is not, but even if that were true, why do you even care so much? So it's all got to do with your perspective and also your belief systems. And again, a lot of us aren't even aware of what our true belief system is because we are not even consciously aware that we've been programmed. We've been bamboozled out of the life that we were sent here to live through all of this programming that we've received throughout the years. So I hope all of this makes sense. If y'all have any questions, please let me know. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, share. Drop me some good love down below. Hit me and let me know you know, if you need me to elaborate a little more, or if this resonates with you or make any sense to you, let me know. Until then, I'll be back with another video next week. I'm going to try to upload every Monday. Try to bring y'all something to help you along your journey into finding your life purpose and living a better life. So I thank y'all for tuning in. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and I'll holler at y'all later.